Why are so many parents hyper fixated on the ideas of sending their kids to the most elite schools? I think this actually has less to do with the actual education and more to do with fear. I think a lot of parents just want certainty and they want the idea or the certainty that their child is going to be okay. And I think in today's very uncertain economy, getting into a very elite school feels like that insurance policy against an unpredictable future. It's almost like this guarantee, or so we tell ourselves, that our child will be safe, successful, and respected. I talk about money psychology, and I talk about how the money decisions we make increasingly shape how we see the world and also how the world shapes how we think about money and security and status, because money is wrapped up in all of that. And college is a very expensive, very emotionally loaded decision for both the child and for the parents as well. And I think it explains a lot of the reasons or the kind of actions that parents do and act around college. And research has come out over the past couple of years that attending an Ivy League school, say, isn't the automatic lottery ticket that people think it is. Recent researchers found that graduates of elite colleges are 60% more likely to have earnings in the top 1%, correct. And they're more likely to attend a graduate school, correct. However, but when it comes to lifetime earnings, it found that a lot of the Ivy League graduates pretty much make the same amount of money in lifetime earnings as other public flagship schools like Ohio State, Texas Austin, UCLA. And again, I think it just all comes down to the idea of security and status. And so much of the way that we spend our money is about status signaling and how we want other people to see us. And so when it comes to elite colleges, which again typically charge the highest amounts, a lot of that is the name recognition, the status, the illusion of certainty in a uncertain world. And that is pure psychology. And again, like that prestigious school functions as a signal to ourselves, to our social signal, to the world that we've made it. It's social proof that we are successful parents. It's a marker that our child belongs to this specific class. And most powerfully, it is a way to outsource our anxiety about the future to an institution. Like everything will be fine. Harvard will kind of take care of everything. And I think the truth that success depends a lot more on individual drive, curiosity, resilience, but we want the idea of just like being able to deal with something immediately. And the idea of being able to purchase that certainty or the idea of that certainty is tantalizing to people. And I think that goes into a lot of the calculus when people are thinking about college. And even if you're not going to college or not a parent yet, it's interesting to think about this kind of stuff because that informs a lot of how we see the spending in the world today around these big decisions.